What's going on, everybody? I guess you guys caught that last little bit of me messing around with the hat. Anyway, it's Ranger Bob Ross, just coming back. Wasn't feeling it earlier. Kind of hit just like a little bit of painter's block, I guess. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. Haven't been feeling that great lately with the PTSD stuff. I've been going a lot of therapy and everything, but this is like my first time back since I had surgery, and yeah, let's check it out. So I'm doing a patriotic one. I started on Memorial Day, and then what I wanted to do to give it more depth was add a bunch of different shades of red and maybe even a little orange in there, with blue, and for white though, I'm gonna use a little bit of silver and maybe even some black, but probably get a lot of the red and blue, bring it over into the white a little bit. It'll be nice. You guys have any questions of me or anything, please just feel free to hit me up in the chat. And if you haven't noticed, I use a lot of palette knives. I do use brushes, but typically I just use palette knives when I'm doing my the PTSD art and TBI art, especially just because, well, really it's just because it's easier for me to express my feelings, my issues, I guess. If you guys want to know what I'm listening to, just put on, go to YouTube and hit the 90s alt rock and grunge playlist, and there you go. But because me and Nirvana are on the outs, I can't use all their music for free. It's tough. I don't know Nirvana. I'm joking. The one thing that Bob Ross never really mentioned on his show that I recall, and it could have, he probably could have went in a totally different direction with it, that he was in the service for 26 years or 27 years before he became a painter. So he was in Vietnam and everything. So you would think that he would have tried to do some PTSD. He probably did. He probably did some PTSD therapy for guys at the VA or something. Just haven't been able to find anything about it. Wouldn't surprise me. So I'm going with the crazy reds, or the dark reds, and then a neon, almost like a pink, a fluorescent red. Pushing that in there, getting that weird, Well, I'll be honest, it's really nice to come back and start painting again. I really miss it. I just had got a really bad back because I got in a plane crash overseas, and kind of hinders my movement a little bit. But not that bad. Let me get with some more of this fluorescent red. Pop up some spots. Whoop. Like that. That's a good spot. know, it's interesting. If you look it up, red, white, and blue seems to be about the most common damn flag colors ever. You know, France, England, America, all kind of fucking countries with the red and white and blue. Japan's got red and white, but, you know, so they're there. Australia, you know, all that shit. Anyway. Oh, man, I got a viewer. Thanks for coming by. Dope. We can put a little silver on this white. Give that time, that red time to dry up a little bit. Maybe get some more in there. Now for this, I'm not going to get too crazy. You know, because the little silver goes a long way. But if it gets too wild, I can just come back with the more white, which I'll probably do anyway. But it's always nice to add some metallic shit in here. I don't know. Yeah, I just actually talked to one of my old squad leaders just the other day, checking up on a guy. Yeah. If any of you guys got any PTSD experiences or what have you, you know, I hear you, and I feel for you. I really do, because it's like the emotional roller coaster and shit like that is just a pain, right? So more power to anybody who can handle it. It fucking sucks. I'm gonna put a little bit of. I'm gonna go a little crazy and put a little bit of turquoise blue. I mean, I know you're thinking, what the fuck is happening right now to the American, to this patriotic painting? But just give me a second. Alright. Where's my crazy ultramarine blue? That Picasso blue. The fucking ultramarine's been around for like 200 years or some crap. I'll use this blue. We got here cobalt. Cobalt's dope too. It's a little bit more, not as dark. Yeah. See, now once we get it mixing in, it starts giving it a little bit cooler effect, you know? Yeah, I tell you, 90s grunge is like the best fucking music ever for having PTSD. It's like they're all breakup songs. You know? Or not being able to figure it out, you know? All my Canadian brothers and sisters. So I'm wiping off the putty or my palette knife, you know, just to keep the keep it separated a little bit, you know, not too much. This is a muted gray or a soft body muted gray acrylic, and so it's like really drippy, basically. Now watch this. I know it looks all dark. Oh man, Bob Ross, you gotta move, bro. Bobby R, always chilling with me though. Always chilling. Now I'm gonna take one of my brushes, just a big brush, like a department store brush, you know, a hardware store brush. I don't know, it's crazy. This muted gray is almost like a purple with all the blue and silver and white in the background. And I know what you're thinking. What are you doing? You just put it was just all white. But once we work it back in, work the white back into it, it'll have all these other colors will be the subdued one. That'll be really dope. And of course, that's if I don't spill it on myself. Oh man. Oh man, I don't know if any of you guys ever listen to Blind Melon, but you ever feel like the B girl from Blind Melon? You know? You're just sitting there trying to fucking do your thing, and people are just hosing you all the time. Well, that's why you come over here, watch me paint, and say the hell with those folks. I hope nobody has OCD in the audience because I have the messiest goddamn art room ever. I know, you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Yeah. That's the sound of true art right there. The scraping paint off of me. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. My bright white. And give that a minute to dry up. And get some let's add some more red in. Some of this medium red. Alright. We're just moving right along, folks. Alright. And just let it chill for a second. And then I'm gonna take this, my big guy, and draw it all down. Flip it. Hope everybody can see what I got going on pretty well. Lean back a little bit, take it all in. It's a damn sure abstract patriotic painting, I'll tell you. Like it or hate it, it's original. Got some Winsor & Newton acrylic. Just so you guys know, I am using just acrylic paint in this. All right. Hopefully you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. See all the different colors, folks? All the pretty colors. Yeah. So, just gotta let that dry. And probably should be pretty good. Might hit up some more white. Might not be a bad thing. Oh, there we go. We got some pouring acrylic, some white. This stuff's pretty cool. It just runs. So, actually, guys, I think, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages and sizes, this, I think, is the final product. I'm pretty good with this. Nice little Memorial Day piece. Maybe I'll come back and put a silhouette of a soldier on it or something like that, but for the time being, it's going to have to dry out. But that felt a lot better. I'm glad I came back and finished my painting up, you know. Sometimes when you get that anxiety and anger start brewing inside of you, you don't know if you're going to be able to recover that day or not. So it was real nice to be able to come in here. So thank you guys so much, and look forward to another stream.